So, yeah, again, that has not changed much now. Um, and and I think that we are also raised as women to feel that that is 100% our responsibility. And so it takes a woman recognizing that and expecting or demanding equal participation from her spouse. And even in the South, I think a majority of women are not there. That is something I demanded of my husband before I even got married. I said, we're not getting married and we're not having kids unless this is going to be a partnership. And that's not the way he was raised necessarily, and that's not the way I was raised. But I know some people think it's wrong for women to say they're ambitious, but I've been an ambitious woman my whole life. And I knew that if I didn't have somebody who was going to be supportive and an equal partner in that, then I wasn't going to be able to achieve my goals. And I certainly wasn't going to have any children. So all that to say, it is very, very real. The HR professionals who bring it up to me also were asking me how to go to the CEOs of their companies where they worked, because of course they're most likely to be older males. And they said they're not going to understand it because they think it's a women's issue. So my response is going back to the beginning here when I said it was a cultural issue, that's where we have to expect our chamber to step in and really be a partner on this, as well as women stepping up and saying, like, this is not acceptable. And men have to really say, this is an equality issue. This is something that we have to have in order for our workplace and our future workforce to be as it should be. As I said, I started working on childcare when I was at the Institute for Child Success, and since have spent a lot of hours intensely studying it and thinking about what the problems are. And I'm a very solutions-oriented person. So when I see the problems and I see all the roadblocks, I'm always looking for the solution in there. And so, yeah, I've thought a lot about this, and what I have seen and come to understand is that I don't think Greenville County, just for example, is going to be willing to raise taxes to the level that it's going to take to subsidize childcare. And that is what it is going to take for our nation to have adequate, accessible, quality childcare for everyone, unless the private sector is willing to step up. And so that's where there has to be that partnership, because the money's not going to be there, and that makes it the responsibility of private corporations and businesses to realize that it's their responsibility to help provide this for their employees. And we've seen this happen in the past. I mean, that's why now so many people have benefits through their workplace, because historically factories said, okay, well, we need our people to be well in order for them to get to work. And so a few corporations started implementing insurance, or as a benefit, and then everybody wanted to work there. So it became much more of a ubiquitous thing in the United States because of that. And so I wonder if that's not the way that we need to be looking for childcare, until people see this as equally important, if not more, to K through 12, which we also know is woefully underfunded also.